Welcome to Pastimes on the mic. Here we are talking some baseball. Free agency's in full swing. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, X, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We're on all of that. Here's the Gmail. Send us a question below. If you got something for fantasy baseball drafts coming up, draft season is here for baseball. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We got some crazy baseball talk about. We're all Yankee fans here. So let's dive right into it. The Yankees are the current favorites to sign Marcus Stroman. He's been a pretty storied character his whole career. Way back in Toronto, he went to the Mets for a little bit. He actually had a pretty decent little tenure at the Cubs. Not too bad.
Yeah, hopefully if he comes to the Yankees, he doesn't have Twitter fingers.
And yeah, he would shit talk the Yankees a little bit too, talking shit to Brian Cashman. It's definitely gonna add some fun to the locker room. So based on Guy's reaction to how he feels. But how
the Josh Donaldson incident, like Josh Donaldson with Garrett Cole, like it's just like some negative energy, and it's just I don't know. I the only way I will be somewhat okay with them taking Stroman is if they get Snell. I'll leave it at that, because then you'll have a rotation of Cole, Snell, Rendon, Stroman, Nestor. That's a good rotation. I'll rock with that, and I'll bite the bullet on Stroman. But you guys can say how you feel. I'm clearly not happy about it.
It's not that I'm not happy about. Sorry, Dennis, but it's not that I'm not happy about it. Look, if it's a building block to something bigger, it's like you said. If we can get Snell or Cease or Burns on top of Stroman, I'm totally fine with that. Stroman as your starting pitcher 4, that's kind of money. I mean, like he has shown success. Last year, he was on a fucking tear last year with the Cubs, and then he got hurt, and then he kind of fell off the wheels a little bit. So I mean, if I can take that as my SP4, I'm happy. But like, if we get him, and depending on what the deal looks like too, he's going to be 33. You know, I maybe want this guy for a year, 2 years tops.
2 years.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. If we get him, it's a long deal, and it's the only move we make. I'm going to be a little upset because of all of the pitch and depth we gave up for Juan Soto. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Dennis, how you feeling?
I think if we get him 2 years, $26 million, 1 year with like a mutual option for a second, I wouldn't hate it. One thing I do want to point out, though, because I don't remember, this doesn't seem right, but according to Baseball Reference, obviously it is. He had a lower ERA with the Mets in 21 than he had either of his Cubs seasons.
Really?
Why do the Mets hate this guy? Like, Mets fans hate this guy.
Didn't he do something? Wasn't he?
He shut his mouth. All he does is talk.
He said apparently he had said that he accused them of being racist or something. The organization.
I could be totally.
That's what
wrong.
my friends said, but like I also Mets fans are also kind of sensitive.
No, it's just another headache. I feel like it's just he's a clown, bro.
I don't understand. By the way, I am wearing Marlins gear, but I am a Yankees fan. Figure that out. But like,
this guy loves the year 2003. 2003 is his favorite year of all time.
Yeah. Hey, Royal Rumble 2003 guy. It was a great year.
It was. But I was only 2, but
I was only 3. So yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I really like one of those like people are like, I hate this guy because he's talked bad about the Yankees in the past. It's like, you want to hear something crazy? I honestly don't care because the people who it was directed towards don't care. So why should I care?
No.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
So I'm kind of, but I'm also a pretty mellow guy to begin with. So like, I don't get like hardo about it. But like, dude, he's not bad. I'm concerned about how he was in the second half of the year for the Cubs. They had a very good pitching staff, so to see him kind of fall off a bit, I'm a little curious if that was what the deal was with that. Was he hurt? Was he trying to pitch through something? Who knows? Yeah. So I would be a little concerned. However, once again, like 2 years for 13 a year, that I think is fine. Let's be honest. At this point, the Yankees need somebody. I really wanted Kenta Maeda. He went to the Tigers. I wouldn't mind Michael Lorenzen because we saw that he could be successful with kind of a New York-ish market in Philly. So like there are guys that like are still available that haven't been signed yet that are starting pitchers, but none of them are really great. And aside from Blake Snell or Jordan Montgomery, Stroman probably is the best option. Do you really want the can of worms that comes with Julio Urias? No,
definitely
right. Zack Greinke, 40 years old. I don't know. Michael Lorenzen, 2.7 WAR last year, age 32.
Trevor Bauer
basically had one elite season. Trevor Bauer and Garrett Cole hate each other. That's not going to happen. Mike Clevenger, Rich Hill's 44, and suddenly that looks like a good deal. Corey Kluber's 38. Carlos Carrasco has been bad. I'm not done. Alex Wood, Johnny Cueto, Noah Syndergaard.
Those last
me when
five,
I get to a good player. Vince Velasquez, Zach Davies. I'm looking like, aside from him, Jake Odorizzi might be the best option. Hyun-Jin Ryu might be the best option. Like,
those last 10 names you said, I would take Stroman over for sure.
Yeah,
but
do you think
you got to get somebody else with them?
Do you think I'm just looking at other free agents they can get without having to give up an asset?
Because Snell,
do you want to tank this year and hope Woodruff has a good year in 2 years from now? Do you want to see if Madison Bumgarner, change of scenery and whatnot, what he can do?
And he really can't afford to tank because you have Soto for 1 year.
I feel like this is the year the Yankees are going like all out. Like if you want to get out, escape that way of the Yankees that everyone's saying they're like now this team that won't buy to win, like their old ways. Like they need to go back to their old ways and this old.
I don't want Snell.
I mean, they need to go get someone else if they're just talking about Stroman right now. Then, like if they're talking about signing Stroman, they need to get another pitcher.
Snell and his walk rate.
Snell
and his walk rate does freak me out a little bit. I will admit that, especially Yankee Stadium. But
supposedly
Snell's nasty though. I mean, he's had success in the AL East.
I'm not denying Stroman's not good. I mean, he's obviously a good pitcher, but
I think they should at least make a trade for Cease and get Stroman. I'm fine with that. As long as you get one of those other big three guys in a trade or a free agency along with Stroman, that's what you got to do. I mean, Cole, Rodon, Stroman's your top three. It's not horrible, but like you need.
You still got a question mark at 5.
Yeah, I think Clark Schmidt should be that guy there.
You have Nestor already.
Yeah, but Nestor's 4 if you get Stroman and that's it.
Yeah,
and then 5's what?
My only thing is who else? Like Shuto Imanaga went to the
another
Cubs.
year with Clark shit.
What's up?
Sorry, Dennis. You can go.
No, dude, it's all right. I'm looking at guys, and it's where's the other option? I would have signed Kenta Maeda. I really would have.
He's solid.
Because he's a sinker splitter guy, which the Yankees seem to really like. I'm surprised they didn't go in with that. Jordan Montgomery, I think they should be prioritizing over every other.
They said he's head sick. He's stubborn and holds a grudge against the Yankees.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We sent you to the Cardinals. Then you got paid from the Rangers and won a World Series ring. My bad.
Get over it.
I was watching Law and Order yesterday, and one of the detectives is trying to set up another detective with some hot movie executive. And he says to him, he's like, "Oh, yeah, I gave you a date with a smoking hot millionaire. My bad."
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how I feel with Jordan Montgomery right now. Like, sorry. You got a World Series.
Got a ring, and we lost and had to sit home and watch you win it, bro. Like, get over it.
Yeah. Sorry. The Cardinals reinvented your career. My apologies.
Yeah. Like, it benefited you more than us. So good job.
Yeah. And now,
like,
anytime we say something to you, you can say, well, this worked for me here. And we could actually say, oh, you're right. It did work for you here.
I don't know. I see teams like the Dodgers going out, getting guys. They got Glass now. They got Ohtani. They got Yamamoto. Like the Yankees need to go and like they have Soto for 1 year right now, guaranteed. The future is undetermined. You need to go out and you need to get a player like Corbin Burns, Dylan Cease.
I'll tell you.
I'll be fine with Snell. I know you guys are saying question marks, but listen, a rotation, like I said, of Cole, Snell, Burns, one of those two, and then you got Rondon, hopefully bouncing back. You got Stroman at 4, and then 5 is Nestor, bro. Come on, you can't.
It's Nestor. It's Nestor.
You can't you got teams like the Dodgers. Like, you're not going out and if we settle for Clark shit and Domingo.
Schmidt's not that bad. He had a solid second half, and he worked on his cutter a lot.
Listen, man,
I'm thinking Clark Schmidt over Nestor Cortez.
That's fine. That's fine. But okay, 5 is Nestor or Schmidt. But you need to go
I
out
think
and
they
get
should trade Nestor.
names.
They should trade Nestor in a package.
I'm not a big Nestor guy either. Like I met him, he's a cool guy, down to earth. But
I like Nestor. I'll tell you
I
what.
do too, but we should have sold
It's
high
just-
on him. We should have sold high on him 2 years ago.
Why
He's injured
don't
now.
we?
People are figuring him out, and he's hurting himself trying to pitch around people, and it's
He can't make it through the
Why?
third time around the lineup. You
Yeah.
can't. And
Why don't we trade Carlos Rodon for Corbin Burns?
no one's going to take Rodon in this country. Well,
no.
I think the Yankees are committed to Rodon. We've had this conversation a million times. They're committed to.
I'm not.
He has a better
I don't
upside
know.
than Nestor Cortez.
What's his
trade him for?
upside? What's his upside? This
2
week I'm going to
ERA,
be dominant, but I'm not going to play
200
next week. 'Cause I'm gonna get
strikeouts
hurt.
and 2 ERA. Rodon's
His only healthy season of his career.
Yeah, 2 years prior, the one season the White Sox and
You guys are very
no-hitter
undecided.
season was
you
Chicago.
both are
In
very
terms of
open about Rendon. You guys
Rodon has so much better
You
upside.
both
than
feel
Nestor.
two type of ways about it. Nick. Loves him, wants him to have success, and Dennis is like, get the fuck out of the Yankees.
If you get
lineup.
like a 3.15 ERA, 185 Ks from him, that's a great season right there for him. He's
sure, but at the same time too, he's injury prone.
Yes.
I'm just sick and
Who
tired.
is it?
He's
Who is
proven
on it?
injury prone. That's not that is true.
I'm like
So
ramming
is
my
Aaron
head
Judge.
into the wall. 365 days. If the Suns aren't getting hurt every day, it's the Yankees getting hurt every day. If it's
Everyone-
not those two, it's
everyone
the
the
Giants
Yankees
getting
get
hurt
hurt.
every day.
Everyone on the
But that
Yankees
comes
is
with the
hurt.
sport, bro.
Yeah, I know,
Injuries
but
are
at the same
injuries.
time
Plus,
too, like,
everyone on the Yankees 2023 was dog shit. Besides maybe Aaron Judge when he was healthy.
Yeah, but
pretty
it's
much
like-
everyone was dog shit on that
it's
team.
like
last year.
I just don't understand why everybody absolutely hates Giancarlo Stanton, you included, guy. But
Oh, I'll raise that hand on
At
the
the
top
same-
of the Empire State Building.
but the second we get an injury-prone starting pitcher who we can trade, who
I'm
has
not
a
saying I'm not
much
against
movable
trading
contract
Rendon.
than Stanton.
Yeah, I'm not against trading him. I just
A
think he
much
deserves one
movable
more
contract than
year.
Stanton.
I think he deserves.
I
one
just
more
don't think that
year
solves the
of-
problem, though. You're going to trade Rodon, and what? We have another open spot in starting rotation.
Get a starting pitcher.
Yeah, but
in
still,
return.
still.
So you're
then you
saying
gotta
like
All right,
trade
I'll tell you what.
Rondon and some
I'll
young
give you-
prospects for like Cease?
Yeah, so but then it's like
Why
it's
not get
Cole,
Jesus
C,
Luzardo from the
Stroman.
Marlins?
That doesn't really. It's kind of whatever. Like
Every other report that's come out about the Marlins offseason has included that they're shopping around Jesus Luzardo, or at least taking calls.
Luzardo, I'd say I like Luzardo, but how he transitions to the Bronx is a different story. But I think he has.
But
the
if I
upside.
said
There is a
Carlos-
pressure of playing.
But
could
if I
easily be a
said-
Frankie Montez part
But
two.
if
He was another
Yeah,
guy
but
who
he's
had a same
good.
injury.
He is
He
good.
had a
So
same
was
injury.
Montez on the Athletics.
We also made a bona fide trading for him while he was hurt. Like that was a terrible trade if you come back.
Luzardo, I'm high
It was a
on.
good
I love
trade.
Luzardo on the Marlins, and I think
I'm
that could
just saying-
definitely be a route we can take. But
I'm just saying, like, there's options if you move Carlos Rodon because you already paid for. You don't have to negotiate with him. The deal is already
No.
done. If you trade him to the Brewers, they know what they're getting.
Yeah,
Less than
but-
what they'd be spending on Corbin Burns. What the Yankees can
I
spend
just,
on
I
Corbin Burns.
It's
do
just
like.
it
so-
doesn't
I'm not
solve a
against it,
long-term
but
issue.
it is. You are making another issue by trading Rondon, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
but-
I'm not against trading him right now, but I do think he deserves one more full year. And if he can't stay the full year,
I just
then
don't
you
think
know.
you're gonna get one.
I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I
I
mean
don't know
that
why we're
is you
talking
are,
about.
but you know.
I don't know why we're talking about trading
don't-
away more pitching when we have an insane amount of infield depth and outfield
Yeah, like
depth that we're
trading
not
trading
getting. That's
Stan
what we should
isn't
trade
as
him.
bad because someone can eventually fill that
Right,
role.
yeah.
Dominguez included.
Like, are
The
we going
money
to let
on Stanton
Oswaldo
is the problem.
Peraza? We're going to let Peraza rot in the minor leagues like we did with Florial? Trade
Yeah.
these guys. Why would we trade another starting pitcher when we can easily get Cease, pair him up with
Well,
Rodon?
yeah, I guess so
and
because
Cole?
all the marquee free agents.
It's
have
just
already been
you're
bought.
not really solving an issue. Yeah, you're getting a
You're making it
possibly
more of a
better
problem.
starting pitcher, but you still have an open SP4, SP5 slot.
No, yeah, I'm not. There's a difference between trading someone like Stan and trading someone like Rondon. Pitching is what we need to fix, and trading another starting pitcher is not going to solve the problem.
Like, look, I'll agree. I think Burns and Cease are better than Rodon, but it's like
100% better than Rondon.
But then it's like you get Cole, Burns, Stroman, then you're 4-5, Cortez and Schmidt, who are all right, but I would rather have Cole,
they're going to end up pitching
Burns,
like 5 innings.
Rodon, Stroman than Schmidt or Cortez. Like, and then trade away these prospects, these infielders that we have so much of. Same with the outfield, like Pereira. We're never going to use Pereira if we extend Soto. So I'll take the risk on trading him for Cease and Burns and go all out with this top heavy rotation and Judge, Soto, this whole lineup.
The only thing is, like, I don't know, man. I
They're
just
all
think the
selfish
way
and
I'm
we
the
all
way
want
I'm
win
looking at
now.
it. The way I'm looking at it is I can trade Rodon and get Burns and be in the same problem I have right now, but then use those other pieces to solve that problem.
Yeah, but then it's like you said, who else are you going to sign after Stroman though at starting pitcher? Like
I don't care about Jordan Montgomery. They should try to get Blake Snell. I want no part of. Blake Snell is way too wild for me.
Blake Snell, he bowled out.
I also think it's hilarious. Talking Yanks pointed it out that his personal catcher was Gary Sanchez.
They also
all that about Gary Sanchez being a sieve behind home plate, catching the wildest starting pitcher in baseball. I guess it's not true.
They also said that. I know this is it's just a random stat, but it is interesting to see that Marcus Stroman's career starts. He has in the Bronx is a 6.06 ERA.
He gets rocked at Yankee Stadium.
Now, but I'm just saying that it doesn't, but it's just interesting to see. All right, I just like putting that stuff out.
Yeah, I know.
Like he wasn't pitching as a Yankee, obviously, but
right, yeah, and it's
small sample size.
It's like he was also as a Blue Jay back when the Yankees were really good,
and the Blue Jays were terrible.
So like it's that those
there
kinds
of stats
pressure
I don't
though,
really like we said, there's a pressure that comes to playing in the Bronx,
right? But he was good for the Mets.
Yeah,
and he was good for the Cubs.
I think it's
he was the best player on the Cubs for half a year.
No,
best pitcher at least.
He is. Look, overall the talent is there. He's solid. I'll take him as an SP4. But then you got to get somebody else. Got to. Yeah, especially this year. This year, you have Soto for maybe 1 year.
I think the best guy you can get to be your fifth rotation spot. Obviously, they already have their rotation right now is Cole, Rodon, Cortez, Marlins. Dude, they're hoping can play. They're trying to test him out in spring training and whatnot to see if he can be that guy. But aside from that, the only options really are Snell, Montgomery. And then if you want to take a flyer on some of these guys like maybe Madison Bumgarner with a half a year off has something left in the tank.
No.
I don't know.
It's just like
maybe you make a move on Zack Greinke, who's just made a career out of being an innings eater. If that's your fifth starter, you're in a good spot. Just because the pedigree, that guy can eat innings.
They need to make a big splash. They have to.
There's no aside from trades, there isn't any.
I know.
Blake
I know
Snell's
there's no
not
signings.
the answer.
I know there's no signings.
And I'm totally fine with the trade.
I'm not going to be happy with this year if we go in with fucking Domingo Germán and Clark Schmidt. It's just not. It's the same thing. I'm telling you right now. If we go into the year with those two as 4 and 5, we are not winning. And Soto is leaving. We need to go all out and make a splash like the Dodgers did. Like you got to. You have to. You can't sit there and say, you know what? Domingo's the guy, and Schmidt's the guy. Those are 4-5. It's cheap options. Fine, we'll put them 4-5. No, you need to go get these big name guys. You have to. If you want to compete, you have to. Baltimore's on the come up. They're good.
Nope.
Fuck Boston. I'm not even gonna fucking talk about that.
Well, their team is blowing it up.
Yeah, they're whatever. And then Blue Jays are Blue Jays. Fucking hate that.
I would try to sign. Given who the free agents are.
So what? Stroman and Montgomery? Is that what you're saying?
Montgomery and Greinke.
I would love Montgomery back. I would.
I don't mind Montgomery signing. I really don't. I don't. I would take when he was on the Yankees, but.
And I would sign Rich Hill to be a reliever. Because Rich Hill has proven that he can give you 5 innings. That if you have injuries, that you have some insurance there. All right, so he's not an elite pitcher, but he can eat innings. You just need dependable guys. That's what the Yankees have been lacking, is dependable guys. What you see is what you get. He's not going to be an all-star. He's going to have a 4.2.
Someone just come and get the job done.
ERA. Just come and do your job.
Yeah.
The Yankees' defense should be better than it was last year. It's not.
They really need to make some signings, though. They do. That pitch.
They do, but we also don't even have a bench right now for our hitters.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that they need to start looking at. But the pitchers,
I don't know what they're waiting for.
I don't know who's really left to sign. Maybe I know we have a log jam of outfielders, but guys always get hurt. Maybe you sign Kevin Pillar, Tyler Naquin. Maybe you sign Kyle Lewis. He's 28, but he won a Rookie of the Year award. There's guys.
Did Kiermaier sign? Did he go to the Blue Jays? Where did he go?
Yeah, he signed back with the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Adam Duvall is still a free agent. Like, there's guys that you can take that to be just bench players.
I think our outfield's pretty deep, to be honest.
Right. I'm just scrolling up to see who's available that's actually like pretty decent.
Yeah.
Gene Segura is a free agent. Brian Anderson's a free agent. Those are third baseman, but
especially if we make a trade. Like if we trade away Pereira and it was an outfielder and like Peralta for a Burns, we're gonna have to sign some other guys. But
maybe you sign Whit Merrifield.
Yeah,
who can play outfield and middle infield.
Got some speed, yeah. I ticked up.
But I think he's going to want to start a gig somewhere.
Role.
We don't really have a backup first baseman. Maybe we could sign G-Man Choi, please. I love that guy.
G-Man Choi is awesome.
Specifically so nobody else gets him because he just devours Garrett Cole every time they face each other.
If you can't beat him, sign him.
Like the team in general isn't like perfect. I think we need to personally. I think we need to deepen the lineup a little bit.
When do they start reporting?
I'm sorry.
When do they start reporting pitchers and catchers?
February.
Late February.
Like, don't you want to get that? Don't you want to get that deal done before that? Like, so that
I agree with that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Aside from Cease,
I'll also give Stroman some credit here, real quick. He is a ground ball pitcher, so that kind of with Volpe's defense as well. He won the Gold Glove.
Our infield defensively is very good.
That's what I'm saying. You get some. You don't need strikeouts all the time. You get Stroman and get some ground balls. It's better than fly balls in Yankee Stadium, that's for sure. So I mean, that's kind of a plus there.
The Yankees pitching staff has shown that they can be very effective with sinker pitchers, like with Clay Holmes.
Yeah.
So I'm actually, if we got Stroman, I'm pretty confident in the performance. And even if he's bad, I think you can sell him halfway through the season. Even if you don't get a huge haul for him, just to move off the deal.
No.
But I think a year with another mutual option after that, I think is fine for Stroman.
I just got an update on my phone saying White Sox may not trade Cease and may wait till the deadline. Asking price scaring off Cubs and Yankees.
They should do that. If I was the White Sox, that's
it makes sense for them. Fucking assholes.
They shouldn't be trying to trade him in the first place. But that's just me.
I mean, then what the hell's Burns' price going to be? Like, it's going to be
depends on the team. I mean,
ridiculous.
Yeah, so like, it's just like they got to. I don't think the Yankees. They got to sign 2 more pitchers.
I don't think the Yankees are getting Burns because we would have to trade pitchers. The Brewers never trade for hitters because they don't know a lineup exists. So, and at this point, I'm not even saying it jokingly anymore.
Yeah,
it's a joke. That's the joke. It's their lineup.
Like they should be trading for hitters, but they won't.
Yeah, so I don't think the Yankees have that because what they would want.
Yeah, we can't afford to trade any more pitching. Like. It's crazy.
Give them Stanton.
They need hitters.
Yeah. Well, if he could throw a 95 mile an hour fastball, they would do it in a heartbeat. But
I mean, it may not be a strike, but he can probably throw it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I think at the end of the day, I think it's got to be Snell and Stroman. I think the most realistic option at this point. Like you said,
no, I actually think Montgomery is more realistic than Snell.
Well, if Montgomery doesn't want to be here, it's up to him, man. I want him too, but he sounds like he's on his high horse, doesn't want to be here.
No, he's just being a fucking egotistical fuck because he won a World Series and now he's probably thinks he's the shit. So I mean, let him go back to Texas if he wants. I mean, I'm not. Listen, there's a difference. Like, I'm not gonna beg someone to be a Yankee, but like, we do need starting pitching, and I would take Jordan Montgomery. But if he wants to be the way he's being right now, I mean, bro, get over it. It's major leagues. You're gonna get money wherever you go. You just won a World Series. Like.
I'm okay with taking back. I would love to have Montgomery back, but if we don't get him, we have to settle for Stroman. I would settle for Stroman, and I want Zack Greinke.
I'm not mad about Stroman. I'm a little mad about Stroman. I'll say that, but I just don't want that to be the only move.
Yeah,
that's fair. Move. Yeah, sure. And Zack Greinke, I know he didn't have a great season last year with the Royals, but at the same time too, he's kind of perfect for what the Yankees need. The guy's been in big games. He's been in World Series. He's won a World Series. No, actually, no, he never won a World Series. That's weird. He's played in a bunch. Yeah.
Greinke never won.
I thought he won one with Houston. I guess not.
Yeah, I would have thought that too.
Nope.
But yeah, he won he's won Cy Young Award. He's 6-time All-Star, Gold Glover, 2-time ERA title holder. Yeah, he was bad last year. He was 2-15. With a 5.06 WAR
for a horrible Royals team, though.
For a Royals team that was practically unplayable.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe you bring him in just like kind of reinvigorate his passion or something like that, or maybe you kind of use him as like in a relief role or something. But I think like his presence in the locker room, like guys love that guy. You never hear anything bad about him.
Yeah.
And
to your point,
obviously
Nick,
Garrett Cole has worked with him in the past, so I would like to have him. Maybe you settle for Michael Lorenzen, who was good last year for the Tigers and pretty good for the Phillies. So like at least there's like a track record of him. You know, a lot of times when guys come to the East Coast, the fans get to them, but he was fine for the Phillies, so I don't know why he wouldn't be fine for the Yankees. Especially because he'll probably be cheaper than Montgomery, cheaper than Snell, and probably even cheaper than Stroman. Yeah. And if you want to save the money for Juan Soto, then that's probably the route you take. Older veteran guys that are cheaper. Like Rich Hill at this point, he'll take what he can get. Why wouldn't he? No. Julio Teheran's going to take what he can get. He was actually pretty decent last year, but he didn't have a large sample size.
Nope.
I don't know. I'm not really like I said before, to your point, Nick. I don't know how you guys feel, but with Nestor, I don't know what we're getting. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's figured out. I feel like he's figured out, and he's trying to like overdo shit, and that's why he's getting hurt, because he's trying to do things that he's not normally used to doing.
We should just hold high on him when we had a chance.
It's just like, I love the guy. I mean, he's a great. Seems like a great guy. I mean, great guys aren't going to get you far in major leagues. So I don't know.
It's a cold business.
We need more than just. I keep saying it, but we do need more.
Stroman plus another one of those big three guys that we keep naming. But
I mean, the fact that we're debating Schmidt or Nestor, I mean, that's not great.
No, yeah. We need to bolster up the rotation.
Available, man.
Like, they need to get something.
I'm down for Snell, and I get it. The walk rate, he's a little crazy, and he was nasty last year, and he was nasty in the American League East. He knows the division. He won a Cy Young in this division. I feel like he won't be horrible as a Yankee. I don't think he's gonna have the year he had last year, but if he can get sport a high 2, low 3 ERA, maybe get you 200 Ks.
I'm not against what Dennis said, though. I mean, I'm not against signing veterans, because you do have to remember we are going to try and sign Soto next year, and we're going to need money. Yeah. So, like, I'm not against like a 1-year, maybe 2-year deal for an older veteran guy.
Yeah.
Like, we can't get greedy. Like, we can't have everything.
No.
If we
defer all the money, baby, that's it. That's all
if we take Snell, if it was me, I would have to sign Rich Hill or Zack Greinke to be long relievers, or Michael Lorenzen, who has a
because Snell's going to get knocked out.
Because Snell, he can't get through the 6th inning. You need to save bullets, especially in the postseason.
And
that's what worries me.
Snell and Cortez cannot be in the same rotation.
That too is between the two of them.
That cannot happen. That's what I'm saying.
Their pitch count will be 800 before the 3rd inning, so it's not. Like that, I'm a little concerned about. And there were games in 22 where when Cortez was on, he would fly right through our lineups, but it just was rare. But
the fact you could
remember that one game against Cleveland early on in 22 against Cleveland, the Miles Straw series where he got into it with the fans. I was listening to that game at work, and like Nestor Cortez had the game of his life. He dove to tag out Stephen Kwan. Dude, he's a baller, man. I like him. But you're right. I heard what you just said about the fact that we're not even mentioning Julio Urias. It's just a PR aspect of it.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants to play with wife beaters. However, look at the track record of, guys on the Yankees the last few years. I don't know.
Kind of fits the cookie cutter mold. Right?
Unfortunately, I don't like taking pride in that, but it is.
It's fucked up. Well.
It's fucked up, but it isn't like. Listen, if this was George Steinbrenner's team, and I hate saying that, but if this was George Steinbrenner, he'd say, "Yeah, we'll get him some counseling." Yeah, it's a different world. It really is. Same thing with Domingo Germán. Like I'm saying that they need somebody if they bring in Snell, they'll need a long reliever. That would have been Domingo Germán.
Yep.
I really wanted to.
You can maybe even put Nestor in that role.
I really wanted to.
You're right, Nick. Dennis you're absolutely right.
Week when he was talking like the guy calling in on the Michael K show, I wanted to clip that and post it so bad because it was like I went back and watched it and it was spot on, bro. Like if you just put a black screen and heard the guy talking, you would legit think it was a guy calling in on Michael K's show.
Clip it. Why not?
I'm probably gonna, honestly. I was
not?
making the clips last night and I was like, that was a good impression. That IKF guy.
Yeah. that IKF guy. We got to get rid of him.
He's a baller. Well, the Yankees got some shit to figure out. Clearly, the way we're talking.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we could be in the Mets boat, bro. I mean, they are all sorts of all fucked up.
Yeah, but the Mets fans are over dramatic. They really are.
I mean, I was just in a fan.
If you actually look at the Mets,
if
you look at the Mets roster, it's really not that bad.
No, but their pitching
it's
their pitching.
Their pitching is a joke because their bullpen is also a joke. And the Yankees, at least, we only really have one thing to worry about, which is the starting rotation. The Yankees haven't had a bad bullpen since the 70s. So it's...
Who's their number one pitcher right now? Is it Senga?
Yeah, which is a good number one pitcher to have.
No, yeah. I'm not saying
like he's a bowler, but
aside
from that...
So they got Severino. I forgot they got Sevy.
Yeah, the Mets love the Yankees used toys.
Love
man,
it.
But
Bader, Severino.
Dude, you know who I would consider trying to make a bullpen piece? Speaking of reusing Mets and Yankees, Noah Syndergaard. That guy has closer written all over him.
Yeah,
if I was his agent, I would say I booked you a meeting with Dennis Eckersley. He's going to sit down and tell you that I was at one point one of the best starting pitchers in the league, got washed up, and then became a Hall of Famer for being a closer.
Yeah.
Like how his agent, or maybe it's his pride or what, someone's going to tell Noah Syndergaard, like, dude, you've got a second career ahead of you as like an elite level reliever. The velocity isn't what it used to be, certainly, but like if he gets healthier after having Tommy John surgery or whatever injuries he's had, I don't see why not.
So I actually have an idea that will happen, but we're talking about Jesus Luzardo being a potential trade candidate to the Yankees. Depending on what we give up, if we do go that route, maybe they tag on Sandy Alcantara as well, because he's going to be missing this whole year. Get him for next year as well. That could be a freaking great move for the Yankees.
Another sinker guy.
Yeah, you think the Marlins are going to want to wait on a 28-year-old pitcher that they know, you think they're going to wait on him? Like, tag him on in a trade deal, send, Peraza, whoever else, to Miami. That ought to be down for it. And then you get Alcantara next season.
And they'd still have Sanchez. Pablo Sanchez. Right?
Yeah.
Pablo Sanchez?
Pablo Lopez?
No, he's on the
Twins now, but...
Twins now. They had somebody else in that rotation. I know they had Braxton Garrett.
The kid that came up from the Marlins was Yuri Perez.
Oh, right. He's the one who was sick in the postseason.
He's disgusting. I don't think the Marlins can give him up soon, but
yeah, he was sick in the postseason.
He's disgusting. But I actually got
that's a really good point because they have a shortstop issue.
Yeah, just an idea.
That's a good one because I'm trying to think of what teams they can try to go to. The Yankees can to try to get like a deal done, and I can't. I don't know who's going to be available, man.
I actually just got an update on Twitter, a little kind of breaking news, more of like a breaking report. Pete Alonso, multiple people in the industry say that Pete Alonso might prefer to play for the Cubs or the Yankees in the future when he becomes a free agent. That's what the belief is. So Rizzo's deal's coming up. Mets fans are hating this episode right now.
It's all right. They got Sevy and Bader.
Even trade.
I said on my other show with Brandon, I said that the Mets should keep Pete Alonso and sign JD Martinez as a DH or sign Rhys Hoskins as a DH and trade Alonso and then make Rhys Hoskins.
That's a good idea. I would like that for the Mets. And for the Yankee standpoint, signing an agent first baseman, though, depending on what he wants, might have Chris Davis written all over it. And I love Pete Alonso. I love Pete Alonso as a talent. I do. He's probably the best pure home run hitter in the league right now, or either him or Judge. But I don't know. This guy wants like 8-10 years. I don't know about that. He's already 30 years old, right?
Isn't he also like kind of a
Jesus
drama queen?
Supposedly, but there's no story of it.
Yeah, who knows? Really, at the end of the day,
it's bizarre. I looked into it once. You hear that Jeff McNeil, the Mets beat writers, say Jeff McNeil, Francisco Lindor, and Pete Alonso are like a nightmare together. They just like they're not fun to be around. And there's not one story that you can find aside from the Raccoon McNeil Lindor thing.
No,
that's it. Like
honestly, I could see Pete to the Cubs stuff.
Oh yeah, that guy was born to be.
I can see Pete to the Cubs. That makes sense because they missed out a lot of free agents.
They should try to re-sign him though. That's crazy.
Yeah,
David. We've spoken about this 1,000 times. David Wright's literally their only position player. Their great position player to start and finish his career at the Mets.
Yeah, the Mets need
without going somewhere else. I'm trying to look at other teams the Yankees could get a guy from. I looked at Germán Marquez. Did you know how bad he was last year?
Oh God,
4.95 ERA
in Colorado, right?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
For Colorado pitchers, I'll give them a little bit of a grace period. I'll probably tag off a runner or two because it's so inflated there.
Oh, he got a $20 million extension after having Tommy John.
Yeah, I kind of like the Marlins idea because I love Luzardo, I love Alcantara,
and it fits.
Yeah,
it fits with the shortstop piece. You're right.
Get Peraza and send them maybe someone else.
Then
you get 2 starting pitchers. You can kind of sacrifice either Schmidt or Cortez, and move one of them to a long relief role. I'd prefer Cortez in the long relief role though, because he's been there before, and he's shown success there. And he gets gassed out by the third time through the lineup. I don't know. There's definitely things the Yankees can do, but I want to take it to the West Coast real quick. And the Dodgers signed Teoscar Hernandez. I know you guys saw that. Just added on to this insane payroll this team has. But the freaking Dodgers are insane, dude. Signing Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, Teoscar Hernandez. I think they got Joe Kelly as well this offseason.
Yeah, they re-signed him.
Yeah, it's unfair, dude. It's unfair. So that's why I also like guys' point. Yankees gotta get these like top ace guys. Get the reigning NL side.
Running thin, man. It's running thin.
Yeah,
did you know 1 through 8 of their lineup are current or former All-Stars?
Who?
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And if they re-sign Kershaw, which they probably will, isn't that like 5 MVPs on one team? Mookie, Freddie Freeman, Kershaw, Ohtani. I think there's like one more guy there, one more low key.
No, guy. I think you're thinking the year they had Pujols too.
Oh, Pujols, yeah. Granted, Pujols was way past his prime when he was on the Dodgers, but
suddenly turned into a Hall of Famer again with the Cardinals the next year.
That was an awesome year. That was a
great year.
That was dope. That was cool.
I know this is a little downer on the topic, but it is baseball related. Saying Wander Franco could face up to 2 to 5 years in prison.
That's it.
I mean, they're saying what he's originally accused for: commercial and sexual exploitation and money laundering charges that carry up to 30, 10, 20 years of prison. Franco has not been found guilty. No, has not been formally accused, but if found guilty on new charges, he could face between 2 to 5 years in prison.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. So in 2 to 5 years, when you guys are looking for a shortstop, we'll come back to it.
Don't worry, Anthony Volpe will be he'll be.
No, I'm saying in fantasy.
Fantasy. Yeah.
I want to know if he would go back to baseball after that. Because on the one hand, I know people will say like, "Oh, that's detestable and deplorable and whatnot." On the other hand, well, then why not just have the death penalty? At some point, we got to allow people to, if you really bettered yourself, to reintegrate into society.
Like
I know
Trevor
handing the guy
Bauer?
millions of dollars is wrong, but the only issue with Trevor Bauer is there was a report by Bob Nightingale earlier that the reason why the Dodgers released him wasn't because he was accused, but because he showed absolutely no contrition whatsoever in a meeting.
Jesus. And I'm also reading a lot of teams now don't want to sign just for the press alone. They don't want to take on all that baggage either. And
so I'm always interested in that.
And I don't know if you guys remember Felipe Vasquez, Pirates closer. I think if he's not coming back to baseball, I don't think Wander Franco's going to come back to baseball. I don't think so.
Yeah, but he's still in jail, isn't he, Felipe Vasquez?
Yeah, he was found guilty, I'm pretty sure, like everything. Yeah,
I'm saying when
sick shit.
I'm saying when they're out of jail, what happens then?
I think I don't think it'll happen. Like I said,
I don't think so. I think you're right.
Teams don't want to deal with Trevor Bauer. Teams are not willing to deal with Wander Franco and Felipe.
The thing with Trevor Bauer, though, is what Wander Franco actually did go to jail, and people are going to say that. And he should. If what is alleged is true, he should.
Yeah.
The thing with Trevor Bauer is it's not just that; it's he does not have a good reputation.
He doesn't. I heard he's horrible. He's a locker room cancer.
I know for like the Yankees' perspective, like him and Garrett Cole legitimately hate each other.
Yeah.
When they were teammates at UCLA, like it was known that they didn't get along.
Yeah.
So I saw somebody on Reddit, take it with a grain of salt, or YouTube. I forgot what it was. The comment section said that they were working at a minor league field when Garrett Cole was coming up with the Pirates. So they asked him about Trevor Bauer and like his dominant UCLA rotation. And supposedly Garrett Cole told the guy, once again, take it with a grain of salt. Everybody says everything on the internet. Supposedly he said, I hope I never have to see the guy again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Obviously, once again, take it with a grain of salt, but it seems like Trevor Bauer has more issues than legal.
Yes, for sure.
Not a great teammate.
Yes.
So who knows? But it is interesting. Like what happens afterwards with Wander Franco?
Yeah.
Because he was so young when he came into the league. Can you write it off as, well, 21 years old, something stupid, but can you learn from it, kind of a thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Only time will tell. I don't see it, but
I don't see it either.
Yeah,
but I'm just curious from it.
Yeah, it is definitely crazy to look back.
Back to the Yankees trade thing. Brady Singer from the Royals. What do you guys think?
He's a solid.
Awful season last year.
He's a talent.
He's had some moments.
He's got the talent. Maybe it's just the team he's playing for. We've seen guys time and time again go to a different team. Whether
their entire pitching staff last year sucked.
Yeah, aside from that one, I think the only positive dude on that team was Bobby Witt Jr. That was it. I think
they had a pitcher that came up for was it Keller? Brad Keller?
I think if it's the Royals, it's Brad Keller. Yes.
Yeah, he had a few good moments for them, but that was it. So, kind of what I'm getting at is, if an entire pitching staff is bad, what are the odds of that? Not one good pitcher.
As long as it's not Jordan Lyles. I mean, Jordan Lyles, that dude was terrible for the Royals last year.
Dude, he's literally a professional innings eater. Oh, I'm not thinking
professional
of Brad
innings eater.
I said Brad Keller, but I'm not thinking of him. I'm thinking of another dude. Cole Ragans.
Cole Ragans was nice last year. 5-2, 2.64 ERA, 1.074 WHIP. Small sample size, but he did good though. 71 innings pitched. How old is he?
26.
26.
But he seems like that might be the kind of guy they want to build around. I'm saying that he's their only good pitcher from last season.
Yeah.
So, once again, what I'm getting at is, like, if we're looking at guys from the Royals to make a trade for, and not literally, Aroldis Chapman was on paper their best pitcher at the lowest ERA.
Yep.
I mean, he was a bucket. He had a 2.45 ERA with them.
Yeah, he was nice. Yep. That was the whole Royals plan with him, man. Was just to sign him and flip him. That was the whole plan.
Flip him. Like Ryan Yarbrough wasn't good with them. He's had a career, a track record. Amir Garrett was sneaky good with them. 3.33 ERA in 27 games. Amir Garrett, hometown kid to the Yankees.
That would be
a guy
funny.
on a team that's not afraid to throw hands. Some real New York grit. Former St. John's legend. For basketball? Why not, Nick? You can't stop laughing.
Dude, Amir Garrett, he's hysterical, dude. That is one of the
and guy's stone-faced. He thinks I'm an idiot. He thinks.
No, I'm reading. I'm sorry. I'm actually on another tab. I'm reading on the Wander Franco shit. He is fucked. Sorry.
All right, tell me how he is. What happened? Give me the details on it. I know he has literal text messages saying that you and I talking like this is illegal.
Yeah, he paid the mother. The mother's going to jail.
I saw that.
Paid the mother's millions of dollars. Like the fact that the mother was in on it, bro.
It's so messed up.
That is sickening.
It's so messed up.
The fuck.
Oh my god. I also had no idea Manea agreed to sign with the Mets.
He's cheap.
I mean,
hold on. He had a good second half of last year. He found something. So the Mets might have gotten a diamond in the rough with Stroman. I'm not breaking balls.
No, I
They had
hear
a
you.
good second half last year.
Do you think the Mets look into trading someone like Nimmo?
Guy, if you were on, Nick knows where I'm going with this. If you were on our other show, it's like you and I are on the same wavelength. I was saying this, and our other friend Brandon is a diehard Mets fan. Thought I was crazy. I was saying they have to trade Jeff McNeil.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, it's not
Lindor
crazy.
second, and then
It's just
before
like,
Ronnie Mauricio got hurt, put Ronnie Mauricio at third.
it's just
At
so
short,
like,
excuse me.
where are the like
What are their moves?
It's too confusing on where the Mets' future is. Like you were saying before, like they're not bad where they're gonna be like terrible this year, but they're not good where they're gonna be
Trade away Marte. Trade
like, you
away
got a
McNeil.
lot of old. You got a lot of old people with little
Lindor,
room to trade. Like their trade room is like now. Like they need to trade people like McNeil.
Marte should have been traded last month.
No, he needs
I
to
don't know
go.
what they're doing.
I forgot he was even still there.
Marte
Their
should be
lineup.
gone.
The funny thing is, the Mets lineup is good.
It's not
Their
bad.
lineup is actually
They
good.
just have no
Statistically,
rotation.
I thought they scored runs.
And it's usually the
They have no
opposite. The
bullpen.
Mets always used to have pitching and no really good bats. Now it's like they have some solid bats. They got no pitching now. But who knows? Maybe Severino could, tap into his old potential.
I need to look at their what's their rotation? Senga and Sevy?
Senga's nasty. Sevy, Manea, they just got.
Senga.
Yeah,
No,
Senga, Sevy, Manea.
Quintana.
Yes. Well,
Is Carrasco still there?
No, he's not. He's a free agent. Vet fans to me keep saying like, "Oh, we got our staff is coming along. Like we got Quintana, bro."
Let's see a Diaz. back.
That dude's washed. If anyone's washed, it's him, dude.
They signed Jorge Lopez.
It might be a different Jorge Lopez.
No, it's the one from the one who was on the what team is this? Miami.
That's
what
what I was thinking of.
I can't tell with those jerseys.
Oh, I forgot the Mets signed Adrian Hauser as well. I don't know if he's in the rotation.
They got him in a trade.
So I'm looking. It's Senga, Sevy, Manea, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah. Gotta be Hauser, right? Has to be Hauser.
What about Quintana?
Yeah, Quintana and Hauser probably. That's probably who it is.
What about McGill?
I think he's like a long relief guy. And
Yeah, I mean,
they're also getting Edwin Diaz back. They're getting Edwin Diaz back.
Are you talking about Jorge Lopez from the Orioles?
Yeah,
Yes,
that went to the
yes.
Twins and then went to Miami.
Okay. Yeah.
That's who I was.
Yeah, he was
He had
an Oriole.
bad
I know
year.
that.
He had a bad
So
year,
it's
honestly.
Senga, Sevy, Manea,
I'm thinking Hauser. I think Hauser's got to be up there.
And then Jorge
who's
Lopez.
Quintana.
Quintana's definitely up there. They love Quintana, I feel like.
He's got to be 4 or 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like their lineup's not bad, but their rotation is trash.
That rotation is a bunch of like.
Who's in their bullpen? Tell me, other than Edwin Diaz, who's in their bullpen?
I honestly,
Guys, this has been the Mets'
Lopez.
problem. Guys, this has been the Mets' problem for 40 fucking years. I've been saying this my entire life. I've been saying my entire life. The Mets are a bullpen away, dude.
They were last year,
It
but
is
then they were banking on D-Rob
insane.
and Ottavino, these old ass. And
They weren't bad. The
They weren't
problem
bad.
is you can't have a 38-year-old pitch 3 days in a row, Buck.
exactly.
What are you
yeah,
doing?
because Verlander and
But they
Scherzer,
had
whoever
nobody
else, they got
They were
taxed
talking
for
about
those.
Mets being interested in Peralta, which I would
Yeah.
hate to see him leave. I would love for the Yankees.
Why isn't he on the Yankees already?
I know.
Why aren't we
I would
signing
hate
him
to s-
already?
I know. They were
Yeah,
saying the
we
Mets
should
are
definitely
interested.
sign
Of
him.
course, the Mets are interested in him, but I'm just as we're talking about the bullpen. But yeah, I mean,
Luis Angel Acuna, the savior of that franchise.
what's the Mets opening day lineup?
Pretty good. It should be pretty good.
you
Francisco
got-
Alvarez at catcher.
You got Alvarez, Lindor, Alonso, McNeil. I assume Starlin Marte,
Brett Beatty.
Beatty.
80 at third.
I'll say this: I really like Ronnie Mauricio.
Bader
I
at-
think
in
that kid's gonna
center.
be good.
Mauricio
But
is
he took-
injured,
did
though.
it- Yeah, he just
He's
tore his
hurt.
ACL.
So their
Oh, he-
roster, I looked at the other day. It's Alvarez at catcher, Alonso at first, McNeil at second, Lindor at short, Beatty at third. Left to right, it's probably going to be Nimmo, Bader, Marte. DH,
good.
they don't have a DH yet.
That's good though. That's not
They
bad.
should be. People are saying like they should get Justin Turner back. It's like, why would you get Justin Turner? We could get
Get
a
JD
JD Martinez, who's objectively better.
Yeah,
Joey Wendell.
That's right. They got Joey
I
Wendell.
feel like
Frisky
JD
Joey
Martinez
Wendell.
is a Met. Like he looks like that's a Met right
Yeah,
there. Like that's
J-
a Met.
yeah.
JD Martinez
Or Reese
for the Marlins.
Hoskins, dude. I would.
Hoskins is good. He was good before he got hurt.
To me, JD Martinez is a total Marlin. That's what he looks like.
Oh, dude, JD Martinez would have been a perfect Marlin.
So it's really just
they didn't realize the offseason started.
That's what it
yet.
is. That's what it is. The Mets pitching.
Yeah, it's usually the opposite. It's usually always the Mets have great pitching, and then now once they get the hit, and they sold all the fucking pitching. I don't know, dude. The Mets. I definitely see why Mets fans are salty, like 110% of the time in life. I totally see why.
If I hear them call him King Cohen one more time, bro, I can't. I hate I turn on the fan and I hear Sal. King Cohen. Shut up.
When people say Uncle Steve, I'm like, bro, that's so lame.
He hasn't done shit yet.
Oh, you know what else I hate about Met fans? The hashtag LFGM.
Let's fucking go with.
Dude, like, it is so. Listen, I'm a vulgar guy, but nothing that gets me. Nothing. It's a massive pet peeve of mine of unnecessary vulgarity. I don't know why. It's a massive pet peeve of mine. Yeah. What does that do? Tell me, what does that do? What does that add?
No.
What does it add? Let's fucking go Mets. What does that add? Why? Why?
Dude, they barely have anything going for them. Let's just leave them alone, man. We'll let them have fun. I don't know.
I was just curious where you guys stood at that. Like, I mean, they should trade someone like Nimmo, I feel like. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Dude, Marte and McNeil should have been gone yesterday on this team, bro. Should have been bounced, bro. They got some. I mean,
Marte, you can get something for him, but not what you could have got for him when you should have traded him.
Dude, screw it. Call up this kid Luis Angel Acuna. See what he has, bro. Screw it.
Yeah, but you don't want to rush his process.
Why not, bro? Well, he got hurt.
How old is he? 19, 20?
Worked well for Jason Dominguez until he hurt. But freak accident. He balled out still. He's a monster.
That guy's a baller.
Worked for Juan Soto. Worked for Acuna himself. These guys all got called up when they were 20, 18, whatever, bro. Fuck it.
No, I guess not.
But
I feel like we covered enough for baseball.
I think so too.
We let out enough.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Wow. Yeah. Well, let us know what you think what the Yankees should do. Should they sign Blake Snell, Joey Montgomery? Should they, get Stroman? A lot of things they can do. This was Pastimes on the mic, talking some baseball. Send us a question about your dynasty drafts or your regular baseball drafts. Baseball season's almost here. Send us a question about fantasy baseball. This was Pastimes on the mic. Be sure to follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that noise. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. See you soon.